Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we're going to learn how to create AWeber subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen forms lead. So I am an owner of an online marketing agency, and using LinkedIn lead gen forms I promote my agency, and using AWeber I manage the email marketing of my business. Here what I want is that as soon as by the potential customers or clients a new lead is going to be generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms, I want to create that lead as subscriber in my AWeber account. Now creating these subscribers manually is very time consuming. So what I've done is I've simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. And here in this automation, I'm going to build the connection between LinkedIn lead gen forms and AWeber with the help of it. So if you also want to learn about this amazing automation process step by step, for that let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to create AWeber subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen forms leads. So as an owner of an online marketing business, I focus on generating leads and nurturing them into loyal customers. I use LinkedIn lead gen forms to collect high quality leads, and I use AWeber to manage my email marketing campaigns. So to streamline my workflow, I have set up an automation that instantly adds the new LinkedIn lead gen form leads generated as subscribers in my AWeber account. This ensures that every lead is captured in email list without manual efforts, allowing me to send automated welcome emails, nurture sequences, and promotional offers right away. And I'm going to create this amazing automation between LinkedIn lead gen forms and AWeber with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as Create AWeber Subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen forms leads. Okay, so this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select LinkedIn Leads Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of Create AWeber Subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen forms leads, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process, because our process depends on these two concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens, and Action says do this. That means what is Action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as LinkedIn lead gen forms. As with the help of LinkedIn lead gen forms, I have created campaigns with the help of which I am collecting my leads data. I want that as soon as beneath the lead, a new form submission is going to be done using LinkedIn lead gen forms. I want Pabbly Connect should capture the response of the leads details over here in my trigger. That is why for my trigger application, I'm going to select it as LinkedIn lead gen forms. And for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as new lead gen form response. Okay. After selecting the trigger application and the event, I'm going to click on this Connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on Add New Connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, click on Connect with LinkedIn lead gen forms. As you can see that LinkedIn lead gen forms is connected to Pabbly Connect. After connecting over here, it is asking for us to select the account. So for the account, I've created account in the name of Pabbly add account. So what I'm going to do is for the account, I'm going to select as Pabbly's add account. Okay. And then it is asking for us to select the lead form. So I've created a lead form in the name of lead form. So I'm going to select the form from the drop down with the help of which the leads are going to be generated. After selecting the account and the lead form over here, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. But as soon as I'm going to click on this button, the last lead that was generated using this lead form over here is going to be captured in the response. So before clicking on this button, I'm going to generate a new lead. So this is the form right over here. I'm going to generate a new lead from here. It is asking for the email and the phone number. And you can see there are other details over here that has been already selected, like the first name as Pabbly, last name as subscription billing management service, and the company name as Magnet Brains. These fields are already selected as the form that I'm using. My LinkedIn account is not a paid account, so this is a test form that I've created. That is why the feature of filling these details is not available to me. But if you will have a paid account, an advanced account with LinkedIn, you will have the features of entering these details as well. Okay. Over here, I'm going to fill in the details like for the email first. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as new1122@pabblytudes.com. This is the email. And for the phone number over here, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number right here. Okay. After that, I'm going to click on the submit button to the test submission. It says information sent to Pabbly. I'm going to go back to my workflow. And now I'm going to click on the save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response over here in which we have received the leads details. The form name comes over as lead form. If I'm going to further scroll down, email comes as new1122@pabblytudes.com with the dummy mobile number you can see right over here. First name comes as Pabbly. The last name comes as subscription billing management service. If I'm going to scroll down, company name comes as Magnet Brains. As of the response of the lead generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms has been captured in our trigger, this means that LinkedIn lead gen forms has now been connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. Now, whenever a new lead is going to be generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms, automatically in this manner, the lead's data is going to be captured in our trigger. But if you're not going to receive the data of the new lead being generated instantly after it is generated, then do not worry, as LinkedIn lead gen forms is a polling based application, and how you can see that as it says 10 minutes right over here. 10 minutes is the polling duration. That means whenever a new lead is going to be generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms, according to the polling duration, that is 10 minutes, and every 10 minutes, LinkedIn lead gen forms is going to send the data to Pabbly Connect. If you want to make changes in this trigger time, for that, click on this three dots, go to set trigger time button right over here. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, and as you're going to click on this drop down, the minimum time comes over here as 10 minutes, so the maximum being 24 hours. You can select the trigger time according to your requirement. I want it as 10 minutes, so I'm going to select it as 10 minutes right over here and save the changes. Okay, we have successfully set up our trigger step. Now we're going to set up our action step, and for the action application over here, I'm going to select it as AWeber. As now I'm going to create this lead which is generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms as subscriber in my AWeber account. For that, I've selected my action application as AWeber, and for the action event as add or update subscriber. Then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, click on connect with AWeber button right here. As I've done that, a dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for a permission. So I'm going to click on this allow access button, as this is a saved process and my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button right here. As I've done that, you can see I have successfully authorized AWeber to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for us to select the ID. So for the ID, select the account ID that you have. It is asking for the list ID. I have clicked a list in the name of subscribers list. So I'm going to select the list over here. Okay. Then it is asking for all these details, with the help of which we are going to create a subscriber in our AWeber account. So for the data of these fields, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field over here, you can see this was a previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in our previous step. It is asking for the full name of the subscriber that you want to create. In the response, I have received the lead's first name as well as the last name, and I want to create the same lead as subscriber in my AWeber account. So for the data of this field, I'm going to select the data of the first name and the last name from my previous response. As I have selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped, and as I have mapped mapped the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the email, I've received the email address right over here. I'm going to map the data. Then it is saying update existing. I'm going to select as yes over here. Okay. For the tags, I do not have the tags, so I'm going to skip the part. It is asking for all these details, which I'm going to skip for now. For the phone number over here, I'm going to map the data of the mobile number that I've received, which is right here. Okay. It is asking for the city. I didn't have the data of the city, so I'm going to skip the part. After filling all the required details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, we have received a response, which is a positive response. So now I'm going to open my AWeber account. So this is my AWeber's account subscribers page. I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I refresh the page, you can see a new subscriber has been added in my AWeber account in the name of Pabbly Subscription Billing Management Services. Email as new1122@pabblytudes.com with a dummy mobile number. As now the subscriber is successfully added in my AWeber account from the lead that was generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms. This means that we successfully created an automation between AWeber and LinkedIn with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up what we have done, I am an owner of an online marketing agency. Using LinkedIn lead gen forms, I generate high quality leads for my business, and using AWeber, I manage the email marketing of my business. Over here for the trigger, I've selected it as LinkedIn lead gen forms, new lead gen form response. As whenever a new lead is going to be generated using LinkedIn lead gen forms, automatically over here the trigger is going to capture the response of the leads details. And using the leads details, a subscriber is automatically going to be created in my AWeber account using this action step, in which for the action application, I have selected it as AWeber and action event as add or update subscriber. And with Pabbly Connect, I built the connection between these two applications in this manner. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.